Hello, let's take a look at a classic issue of World's Finest from August 1958. This is issue number 95. In this story, Batman gets the powers of Superman, and the two beat the crap out of each other for the whole thing. This is pretty cool stuff. Like most comics of this time, this is the feature story, and other stories include characters from DC Comics of the time. The cover is by Curt Swan, and the inks are by Stan K. Are you a litter bug? This is one of these PSA type things. Don't litter around where you live. It's published as a public service in cooperation with the National Social Welfare Assembly. Your two favorite heroes, Superman and Batman with Robin. Always Batman with Robin. This was written by Dave Wood, pencils by Dick Sprang, and inks by Ray Burnley. Lots of great classic line art here. Superman and Batman are fighting it out. They have powers. Usually there's this big splash page giving you the gist of what the story's going to be. And Batman here is a classic Batman coming out of the Golden Age into the Silver Age. No yellow behind his bat symbol just yet. Here, Batman talks about how he was blacking out before. He doesn't know why, but it seems like it was a dizzy spell. But while they stop these guys and try to stop this fire here, a car crashes into Batman, and he lifts the car up with super strength. And Superman is patrolling around, and he sees Batman and Robin, and he's like, well, this is a job for Superman, not them. So he flies down, and instantly there's hostility between Batman and Superman. This is the real Batman versus Superman right here. Batman is trying to stop a fire from destroying a bank, so he fashions a giant buzzsaw and shears the building on fire away from the bank. And Superman's getting more and more jealous. Robin can't understand why these two are so mad at each other all of a sudden. Superman and Batman duke it out for a bit. Superman flies the burning building into space. Batman follows, and the two are in space. Anyways, after thwarting this fire, Batman and Superman are at each other's throats. Because I don't know, Robin, but all of a sudden I can't stand Batman. And Batman's like, and I feel the same way about you, Superman. So the newspapers are all aghast about this. Batman gets superpowers and makes super enemy. Batman-Superman friendship ends. Superheroes and bitter feud. Cause of super feud is a super mystery. So whenever there's some sort of emergency, Batman and Superman both fly there and try to resolve it, but they get caught up in just the competition with each other, and they endanger everybody around them doing so. Batman and Robin watch the news while the news is like, I don't know why Batman and Superman are fighting. So another super feat occurs where Batman tries to create a sort of propeller to thwart a storm, and Superman comes. He's like, well, I can do a better job. And Robin's like, why don't you go help him? And Superman's, yeah, I'll show him how to really do it. So then the two are cooperating because Batman tricked them into cooperating. The two shake hands, but they're trying to crush each other's hands. And so a fight ensues. Superman punches Batman through a wall, and he makes a very cartoon outline. Batman thwaps Superman into the ground with a big pole. Trees are uprooted and acting as bats. The two crash into each other. Meanwhile, robbers are, making a play at an advantage of this flood that had occurred before. And Robin's trying to get Batman and Superman to thwart these guys. Instead, he uses a boulder that Batman hurled at Superman to propel himself into these crooks and fight them himself. And so Robin's like, a lot more stuff happened as a result of this flood that we were trying to thwart. That ship is about to be capsized. Let's help it. And Superman's like, okay, fine, but after this, we're going to come back and finish this fight once and for all. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, they're going to fight. It's awesome. I want to watch this. Meanwhile, Robin gets mysteriously lifted into space, and these two bloated, overgrown space aliens tell Robin that Robin's basically interfering with their plans. They made a bet that if one guy thought if Batman had Superman's powers, he'd beat the crap out of Superman. And the other guy's like, you're on. And so they abducted Superman and Batman. They gave Batman Superman's powers, and they gave him a hatred of Superman. They also gave Superman a hatred of Batman. So now the two are going to fight. But the problem is Robin keeps tricking them into cooperating. And all of a sudden, their superior, some boss, is coming, and he had been really angry the last time these two had interfered with lesser creatures, like humans. And so they beam Robin back down. And there's a lever that, like, controls the hate-mongering ray, and also, like, the super ray that Batman has. To give him superpowers. There's a lever for everything. There's a ray for everything. So Batman and Superman are still at each other's throats. They do, however, rescue these boats. And at the end, everyone's like, okay, they're going to fight again. But Superman reaches out his hand in friendship, and the two shake hands. And Batman doesn't have superpowers anymore. And Robin's like, that boss of theirs probably knew what was going on, and it undid all the levers, and everything's fine now. And so in, like, 4 panels, everything's fine. Robin then tells Superman and Batman what happened. They also had, among the rays that the aliens inflicted on them, was an amnesia ray. So they didn't even, like, remember what happened, or being abducted. So there you go. That's the Batman-Superman story in this issue of World's Finest. There were other comics, though. Here's a kid comic, Ollie. These little 1 and 2 page or even half page comics were strewn throughout. This is fun. This guy is using a cook show to cook up something, and it turns out to be an advertisement for a restaurant because they teach you how to burn your meal, and it's like, now that you've ruined your meal, come to my restaurant. The end. Tomahawk, pencils and inks by Fred Ray. I love the art in this. So this is like more of a Western type thing, with a guy that looks like Davy Crockett, and they rescue a crooner who everyone knows is neutral. He's a Native American man, and they use him because now he has a bone to pick with the Redcoats here during the Revolutionary War. This crooner will help them infiltrate a fort, and so he does that by just crooning and giving hints to Tomahawk, who's outside. Tomahawk then mobilizes an army to go in there, and they rescue a whole bunch of Bluecoats, and that's the end. Really great art. Real Facts, this is a half-page thing that talks about movie trivia from 1958. Pretty fun stuff. I never heard that hit the deck means it's lunchtime. I guess that's what it meant a long time ago. Here's a Palisades coupon for free admission and 2 rides. These ran in DC Comics like for over a decade. Here is Chief Hotfoot. This is another funny comic. It's a half-pager. There's an ad at the bottom. Here's just a 1-page write-up to qualify this as a magazine rather than just a comic. And I don't know if that gets you more distribution. This is just basically about how the ice cream cone was created, basically. Meet the Space Ranger in Showcase. So it's Rick Starr, the Space Ranger. The Green Arrow. The Green Arrow meets the Red Dart, or versus the Red Dart. So this story was written by Ed Heron and penciled and inked by George Papp. And here we have a first appearance of Red Dart. Red Dart appears to be a superhero fighting alongside Green Arrow and Speedy. And he keeps turning up at their crimes that they're trying to foil. And he speaks very strangely, you know, like a convict or something. And so one final night, you know, Red Dart tries to help Green Arrow, and really what he's doing is he's setting up decoys so that his men can commit crimes. And Green Arrow figures this out, and then they thwart the Red Dart. I like this umbrella arrow. So the Red Dart has a rain dart, I guess, that can like spray like water on you. I don't know how that's a threat. And then Green Arrow has this umbrella dart. Anyways, they figure out who the Red Dart is and foil him once and for all. And here are some ads from the time. Here's another one of these ads about gaining muscle, preying on the insecurities of young men and boys reading these comics. And Elizabeth II Caribbean stamps. I don't know why Americans cared, but there it is. And that's it for World's Finest 95 from August 1958. I hope you had fun going through this with me, and if you like this video, please give it a like, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of great comic book stuff on here, so until next time, take care.